Little video tutorial on the dreaded Vespa stators. As you all know, they can be a nightmare. Right, we've got two brand new RMS one from bed ports. Just having it out of the packet, so that's all good. Then we've got a BGM stator, which got a burnt out coil on, which I bought it like that. My own fault really. I shouldn't use PayPal, friends and family, but that's a lesson to be learned. What we're going to do, the Vespa PS stator, the resistance from the manual says the source coil should be white and green. Sorry, white and green, white and red. Sorry, green and red. I do apologise. Green and red. It should be 500 to 520. A lot of people are saying it's a white and green. All the coils I've tested, white and green never comes anywhere near the 500. So your coil on a Vespa PX, 99.9% of the times, unless someone's wired up badly, is always going to be red. So you need to check the resistance of that. But what we'll do, we'll check them all. We've got white and green, we'll check. Red and green, we'll check. And white and red, which is the pickup coil for the resistance. So first of all, you need to set your meter to the Homes button. I always take off the continuity volume tester. It needs to be to the volts and the COM, red and black. Because it's on your Homes test, doesn't really matter whether you put the red in or the black in. It is going to give you the same results. So what I'm going to do first of all, try and stand my phone up so you can see what I'm doing. We've got the RMS, brand new one. First we'll go with the white and green. Okay, it doesn't really matter which end you put them in. It's white and green. And we've got a 429. Now, a lot of people are saying this should be the source coil resistance, should be 5 to 520. Never had an issue with that. Always seems to be working fine on that one, so that to me is reading fine. 450 would be nice, but RMS tends to be a little bit lower. Same as a BGM. A genuine Vespa one that I've just tested on a bench in the shed has got 470, so it's a bit closer. And then we'll test then red and green. On that one, we've got a 513 reading, which is close to where it should be. So red and green, 510 resistance, ohms. And then we'll go for red and white. So 513 is good. And then we've got 114 for red and white resistance, which is that one. Then the only other test I tend to do on these, because what we've got, obviously your AC, your DC, your black on the coil is an earth. Blue goes to the rectifier on the opposite side of the bike, which sends obviously DC currents, AC currents converted by the rectifier to, again, to AC, DC, depends on what system you're running. Now it depends on what it's thrown out. Again, test them on the bike, they're anywhere from 13 ohms resistance, 13 volts onwards, vice versa. They vary, depends on the stator. So that's something later on you can check, but for the simple factor of getting the bike started, you need these three resistors to be working. Your pickup needs to be around about the 110 plus or minus 5. 10 more either way really isn't going to make a difference. This is just what Vespa recommend from new, and this is obviously on their OE equipment. This is obviously an aftermarket one, so it's never going to be as good as what theirs are. So we had just over 510 on the red and green, and 425 on the white and green, and the white and red, which were the source, We had 114, which is absolutely perfect. What we do have on the the blue and the black, it should be simple continuity, which should break it down to 0. That means it's connecting and it's full continuity because it's just making a circuit. That tends to be really all it is. That RMS would be perfectly working fine. Stator, that will work absolutely fine. So next we'll come along to our BGM, lovely one. You can see, as I said earlier, that's burnt out coil. I did try and solder it to no avail on. I sort of knew before I even tried it because the wires broke off. So let's test this one. It will test, all of it will test fine, other than the coil, I believe. Sorry, other than the blue, which is the power to your rectifier. And that's okay if you don't want to charge anything up. So first of all, we go the white and red. On this one we've got 98, plus and minus 110, plus and minus 5. It's there or thereabouts. Probably is on its last legs, but it's there or thereabouts. So we got 97, 98 on that one. And then we will go white and green. 418 on that. A little bit low, but again, I've seen them start vehicles on that, no issues at all. And then we're going to go red and green. Red and green 490, meant to be 510 plus or minus 20. So again, that circuit's working fine. Red and white's working fine. Then what we have got is the blue and white. As we said, we should have a circuit. Absolute nothing. Oh well, open line, open circuit, whatever you want to say. So I'll leave it in the black. We'll go to the body of it. There you go, we've got a connection on the body. We've got a connection on the burnt out side of the coil. So it means there's a break from there internally into there. If I dig it right in the back of it, so that's a burnt out coil. So that, boys and girls, is how you test the state on a Vespa PX. Don't buy ones like this. Don't send people, friends and family neither. I hope that helps. That's the readings if you needed them.